Modern life carries a heavy background hum of anxiety. From the moment you check your phone, the underlying message is to hustle harder, buy more, and optimize every second. We are told that eventually, once we reach an undefined milestone, we will finally be happy. This cycle has created a specific image of the epicure, the connoisseur of luxury, decadent wines, and 10-course tasting menus. We assume happiness is found in sensory overload, but the historical reality of the man himself is far removed from that image. Born in 341 BC, Epicurus essentially lived on bread and water. To him, getting a small pot of cheese was an incredible rare indulgence. He argued that we are conditioned to believe happiness is additive, the sum total of our achievements and experiences. His philosophy flips this paradigm. True happiness involves a lot less. It is the systematic subtraction of pain and fear. He defined the peak of human happiness as ataraxia, the complete absence of mental disturbance or anxiety. To Epicurus, happiness is simply the baseline state of existing without suffering. He viewed philosophy as a form of therapy for the soul. He established a community known as the Garden, which stood in contrast to the strict social hierarchies of Athens. It was a space where women and slaves were admitted as absolute equals to study the nature of the mind. This community was built on the premise that happiness isn't something you achieve through status. It is what remains once you strip away the unnatural desires and irrational fears that weigh on the mind. Stripping away the mythology of ancient Greece, Epicurus argued that the universe consists of only two physical things: invisible atoms and empty void. Everything we see and touch is just a collection of these building blocks colliding in space. This creates a problem of determinism. If the mind is just a collection of atoms following physical laws, every thought we have would be a chain reaction, like a cosmic game of billiards. We would be biological robots without free will. To solve this, Epicurus theorized that falling atoms occasionally randomly swerve off course. This spontaneous deviation causes atoms to collide and form the physical world. This twitch breaks the chain of cause and effect, creating space for agency, ensuring our actions are not predetermined. Because the universe is not bound by a rigid, deterministic fate, our choices genuinely matter. We possess the physical capacity to make decisions and change the trajectory of our own lives. This leads to the Tetrapharmakos, a 4-part cognitive prescription, originally named after a medical salve used to draw out infections. It is a systematic way to reframe the thoughts that cause us panic. The first maxim is, don't fear God. Epicurus argued that if Dadas are truly perfect and happy, they cannot be bothered by human anger or jealousy. They do not watch us, they do not punish us, and do not meddle with us. Once the fear of divine punishment is removed, you stop waiting for cosmic justice or karma to balance the scales. You are forced to rely on yourself and logical systems to handle the wrongs you encounter on Earth. The second maxim is, don't worry about death. According to atomic theory, the soul requires the body to hold it together. The moment the body dies, those atoms disperse and consciousness ceases. This represents the symmetry of time. The billions of years that passed before you were born caused you no pain. The billions of years that follow your death will be the same, a state of peaceful non-existence. Fearing a future you will never consciously inhabit only introduces suffering into the present moment. By accepting that the end brings no pain, you focus your intensity on your life right now. The third maxim is, what is good is easy to get. Epicurus divided our wants into 3 categories: natural and necessary, natural but unnecessary, and vain or empty desires. These bars show the biological limits of desire. Natural needs like water and shelter have a stopping point. Vain desires for fame or immense wealth are limitless. No matter how much you get, you will always want more, guaranteeing a life of frustration. By pruning back empty desires, your needs are easily met. This reduces financial anxiety and allows a modest treat, like that pot of cheese, to become a source of genuine joy. The final maxim is, what is terrible is easy to endure. Epicurus noted that pain is typically either intense but short-lived, or chronic but dull enough for the mind to find moments of relief. He practiced this at the end of his life. While dying of painful kidney stones, he wrote a letter to a friend declaring it a happy day. He focused entirely on the mental pleasure of their past conversations to counterbalance his physical suffering. Once you address the fear of death, the gods, and unmet desires, the mind reaches a baseline of tranquility. You find a state of peace that external forces cannot easily break. To protect this tranquility, Epicurus advised his followers to lathe biosis, or live in obscurity. This was a defense mechanism against the political and social chaos of the outside world. Today, this means stepping out of the attention economy. It is the choice to stop performing for the validation of strangers and to protect your peace of mind by living authentically rather than publicly. But living in obscurity does not mean isolation. Epicurus viewed platonic friendship as the absolute pinnacle of human security. He believed that a small, trusted community provided a biological safety net that fame never could. Curating a social circle based on shared values and mutual support is the ultimate resilience against the world's chaos. True security is found in knowing someone has your back entirely. This philosophy was threatening to those in power. Telling a Roman general to sit in a garden and ignore politics was seen as subversive, and early Christians reviled the denial of the immortal soul as a dangerous heresy. This hostility culminated in Dante's Inferno. He placed the Epicureans deep in hell, locking them inside flaming iron coffins for the crime of believing that the soul dies with the body. Despite this, the ideas survived. After being rediscovered in the 15th century, Epicurean materialism went on to influence vastly different modern thinkers, from Thomas Jefferson to Karl Marx. These thinkers were drawn to the same core premise: we are temporary collections of atoms united for a brief moment in an infinite void. If our time is finite, we do not have to participate in the pursuit of status or fame. Rebellion is found in the choice to look at an ordinary life and find it completely sufficient.